We should be streaming. Hopefully, we're streaming. That would be amazing if we're streaming. But if we aren't, then I'm saying a lot of stuff out loud for no apparent reason, and that's okay. Oh, I should forgot to do this part. Hang on, hang on. I am just a terrible host today. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let's bring this out a little bit. There we go. So you gonna hear me? Maybe if this thing. There we go. There we go. Now we have audio. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. There's that, and now I gotta wait for chat to pop up. But in the meantime, welcome to 52 Weeks of Horror, where we are making that scary. I'm Jeffrey Potts, and sadly, Haley's not going to be joining me today because she is not feeling well. No, I don't know what happened. Literally came home, said hi. I was like, "Hi, how are you?" She was like, "Not feeling well." I'm like, "Oh, all right." And then I said, "Well, do you feel well enough to do the show later?" She's like, "Yeah, I think I can pull myself together to do the show." And then immediately beeline to the bathroom. It was not pretty. The sounds I got, I'm not going to do the impression, but it was not a pretty sound. And she came out, said, "I'm going to bed." And I was like, "Okie doke." So, yeah, so she's not feeling well, so, best wishes. Get well soon. In the meantime, let's talk about some DNA. DNA, that deoxy or ribonucleic acid, that stuff, the protein that is like one of the building. Why is this not working yet? Usually, if I give it like a minute or so, it comes back. Let me just do it like so. There we go. Sheesh. I never know why. It just never wants to load. Come up like, "Oh, you're streaming." Yeah, I know. I know. All right. Well, I guess it will work eventually. Hopefully, eventually. There we go. I see me. I see chat. So now we are set. Hopefully. Actually, don't do it right now. Now I got an ad. But yeah, anyway, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, that thing, that protein, that's pretty much it encodes a lot of life here on Earth. There's also RNA, but we won't get into that. Besides, it's usually used for like viruses, and it's still used in regular. You know what? I'm not going to get into the weeds with genetic material. We're just going to get into it. Right, DNA. The cool thing about DNA is it's not just encoding our genes and everything that we are and everything that everything is, except for if it's not alive, like this microphone or this camera. But yeah, it's encoding all this stuff, which is really cool, but it's also a polymer. And if you don't know what a polymer is, think of essentially a protein chain, right? It's flexible, yet it's stuck together. It's kind of like, silly putty. In fact, that's exactly how we use it. Hey, Cannibal, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome. But yeah, anyway, sorry, not to say anyway, I don't know about that. Just more of a continuing on with my thought before I lose it, because I might lose my thought. Anyway, yeah, so the polymer is basically a protein chain. It does this, it's flexible, but you think of it kind of like a silly putty, or glue, or there's other kinds of polymers. There's all sorts of polymers. But anyway, they've taken these polymer, or this DNA, and they've strung it together in such a way that they've created essentially a biomass, right? So it starts forming this kind of string. The DNA molecules start forming this kind of stringy glue, and then using a technique that the scientists at Cornell University, they call it DASH, which basically means DNA-based assembly. I wrote this down. DNA-based assembly and synthesis of hierarchical, yeah, kings and queens, everybody else. Hierarchies, hierarchical, yeah, materials. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. Anyway, they use these to create a biomachine, right? Look at this thing. There it is. It's over there. I always forget. I haven't. Still should get used to this. But yeah, look at this thing. So this thing is made out of DNA and a polymer, and it's creating itself. It's essentially becoming more autonomous. And in fact, it's starting to move. First of all, it doesn't have a very long life. Right? It's like basically 2 cycles and then it's expired. But the scientists said that they can extend that if they want. But this is really cool because it was starting to form like a head and its own kind of like tail, right? That is so cool. So yeah, and so I mean, what can they do with this thing? Well, I mean, honestly, right now, it's still in its earliest phases, but these things, the engineers say that they can program it to seek out stimuli. So if it's something that looking for light or avoiding light, seeking out food, avoid danger, and yeah, and so yeah, eventually they even think that these things can self-replicate. So yeah, you have essentially genetically made machines, which is just so cool. So cool. Why is that monstrous? Why is that horrific? Because you don't know where this is going to go. This is where that whole biomachinery thing can get out of hand. It's scary. Super scary. Speaking of actually super scary things coming out in science recently, actually I don't think it's that scary. It's kind of cool. But they actually took the brains of several dead pigs. Like, that pigs have been dead for like 4 hours, and they were able to bring back some cell activity, which is really interesting. Of course, because normally you after like several minutes without oxygen or blood flow to the brain, the cells begin to die. And so they were able to. These pigs have been dead for 4 hours, and they were able to bring back cells back to life. They were able to have neurons start firing again, the electrical signals passing between the brain. Now that's really cool. It's really interesting, which means that possibly in the future, someone who's been dead for a while, they can bring them back, maybe use some cell restoration techniques, and then person can be brought back. I mean, even after several hours after they've died. But you have to have ethicists get involved. Ethicists. I don't do ethics. Learning things tonight, right? We're doing some learning, some science. Because here's what I think. I've been not debating it, but it just so happened recently that last week we had the black hole, and over the week I had this. I heard about the pigs thing yesterday, and then day before I heard about this biomass machinery, and I was like, you know what? I love science. I love it. That's why I play one on TV. But I love science. It's so cool, and you know what? It gives you such good ideas and such inspiration for horror and scary movies. Because who doesn't like the good old mad scientists? I know I do. So I decided that I'm going to try to find as much science news, at least science I can kind of skew to the horror side. Because, I mean, look, dead brain cells, that's straight out of Frankenstein. That is straight out of Frankenstein. Mary Shelley came up with that idea several years ago. You have the Aldini, who was also trying to bring back people. Now, he was shocking the hell out of them, though. He was, like, shocking, like, dead bodies, and they were just, the muscles. Guess I broke something. Anyway, the muscles were just twitching, but it was something that they discovered that electricity is involved with muscle movement. So, and then whether or not those particular instances were an inspiration, it is said that Mary Shelley and Polidori were discussing it and discussing life, and even today with the dead brain cells coming back to life, yes, people are still contemplating what is life, where is that boundary, and should people who have been dead for hours upon hours upon hours, who are still experiencing, have gone through brain death, are they still dead? The answer is yes. But maybe they will develop techniques later on to be able to bring those people back, and then what will you have? Veritable Frankensteins. And if people have to have their brains, in a sense, reconfigured, enough of it's died off, but you're able to bring it back with new cells, with like stem cells or some other kind of therapies to help bring cells back like that, would the person be the same? Would they have memories? And if they don't have memories, Are they still the same person? Questions, dilemmas, very cool stuff. But speaking of things coming back to life, we were going to kind of discuss it, but then they dropped the trailer, and honestly, it may have been a good thing that we canceled. We had to push the podcast from last night to tonight because today they dropped the trailer. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is going to be about. I haven't watched it, so here we go. We're going to watch the Child's Play trailer. I don't know if you all seen it, if you've all come up with your own interpretations, opinions, ideas, thoughts, processes, all of that stuff. I don't know. You can tell me what you think. If you haven't seen it, we're going to watch it right now. So let's check it out.
Something's wrong with Chucky.
Okay. Trailer before the trailer. You know, you gotta have that now. Yeah. All right. Cool shot. You know, very centered, very kind of medium. You know, fine. We're just gonna still make the fingers crossed. All right. Well, let's see. I haven't watched a few frames, and so far, yeah. Oh, we gotta turn this up. Sorry.
This would be a new start for us, remember? You said you were gonna try to make new friends.
Buddy can connect to and control all of your cat.
I feel like the kid's too old. Like, I understand that, you move to a new town, you're not feeling right, you're not feeling well, but I feel like the kid in the original Child's Play, the young one, he was younger. He looked younger. Like, this kid looks like he's about to enter into, I don't know, middle school. I feel like getting a giant doll is a little beyond you at that point. But, we'll see.
Traveling products and smart home devices. Introducing your new best friend.
Oh, okay. It's a security system. All right, clever. Wait, so this is just confusing. So is he a security system, or is he a doll, or is it just like, oh, hi, I'm Chucky. I showed up from the other ones. I'm here to help you. I don't know. For the producer of it, all right. I would laugh if he just got up in that chair, like, let's have a talk. I'm a doll, alive, gonna probably kill you with this knife, and you are a human child. Enjoy it. And what the hell were they chopping bread? Who's chopping bread with that knife? Huh. All right, cool. But wait, whatever. The shadow coming up. That's not obvious at all. As you're watching television, it's like, oh yeah, giant shadow, and. See, I think that works better as a doll. I know it's a doll, but I think it works better as, hey, my doll that you got me for a birthday present has come to life because it got the soul of a serial killer in there, as opposed to, hey, our security system went haywire, downloaded itself into a doll, and is now after me. I feel like one is more plausible than the other, and I feel like one, you coming out and say, okay, listen, I know this is going to sound crazy, but go with me on this, works a little bit better with a security system because, robots going mad and crazy. That, I see it happening. A doll coming back to life, that's like, dude, you really have to trust me on this. Seriously. Yeah? Okay.
I think Chucky did something.
Something. Care to elaborate on that one?
Andy, if you know something, you
Andy,
better tell me.
Something's wrong with Chucky.
Buddy can connect.
See, it's no longer. I don't feel like it's child's play. It's now 2001: A Space Odyssey in a doll. Hal goes crazy. Hal kills people. Why are you doing this, Andy? You know, that's what I'm getting. Not voodoo. I mean, like, let's be honest. The original voodoo was kind of like, what? But you know what? You go with it because you're like, okay, you just need some kind of like black magic. And voodoo is so easy to pick on. So easy to pick on because no one understands it because it's secret. It's secrecy. But it's really not that at all. It's like, yeah, no. It's just, you know, praying to the Lawa. LWA. Loa. Something like that. Anyway. Tangent. Sorry. Moving on.
Two in control.
Chucky is a toy.
He could be anywhere.
Welcome to Castle and
But he's not a toy. He's a security system. Yeah, the doll part's a toy. Yeah, I'll give you that. But it's a security system. It's kind of like Alexa. That's like saying, hey, my Alexa's going bonkers. We've already seen that happen. That's happened already. You know, like creepy voices coming out of Alexa. But this...
We have to stop him.
Cool deaths. I'll give it that. You know what? There's some cool, like, moments. I will give it that. Oh, whoa. That was weird. That was just... Did you see that face? It was so fast. Like, they're like, oh, don't really look. Ah, it's just so fast with that. But it's just like a... okay. It's kind of weird. Looks... I mean, I guess it looks plasticky, which is, I suppose, the point, but... I don't know. It looks CG.
Good night, Andy.
The voice is fine. See, thank God they got Mark Hamill to go play the role, because, I mean, yeah, that's the only voice... That's the only person I think who could pull off the voice, do it well, and still, you know, you feel good about watching the film. Other than that, though, yeah. Other than that, though, I'm gonna give this one a C. Right? It's average, not horrible. I don't think it's a bad trailer. I don't even think that the premise is that bad. I actually just wish they wouldn't have called it Child's Play, and wish they would have just gone with, you know, like some other thing, anything. Just call it something else. Just don't be a Child's Play movie, because that is locked up. That mythology, that mythos, that everything is locked up. You know, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. That's okay. But I don't know. I'm just not sold. I'm not sold. Though I would still like to see it. It's just one of those. You shouldn't have called it Child's Play. That's really all it is. That's all it is. Because everything else looks good. Everything else looks great. I would be fine with this movie if they just hadn't called it Child's Play. Just call it Creepy Doll Wants to Kill You. Or hell, even Buddy. Buddy would be cool. But I get it. You want to just roll with the punches. Ride the Child's Play train. Take the thing that people are already familiar with and try to put a new twist on it. But you're just going to alienate people who like the original Child's Play. Why, you know, and you're going to bring in some fans, sure, but I think it would have been better if you just did your own movie. Do your own movie. Because here's the thing. I was gonna rant about this later on, but I'm not. I'm gonna do it right now. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do this right now. This is my rant. Make your own movies. It's fine. Do it. Because I feel like right now we're getting to this point where we're so, like, all these filmmakers and all these directors and writers and everybody is so nostalgia heavy. It's like, oh, let's remake Child's Play. I got a story coming up about Subspecies 5, which that's technically not a remake. It's just a, you know, it's a sequel, but still a sequel. Critters, that, you know, they're coming out with Critters, a movie, and they did a television series on Shudder, which, again, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I was researching these films, and I was just like, why are we doing this? Because here's what's going to happen. Eventually, we're going to grow old and we're going to die off. And then who's going to be here trying to be like, oh my God, I really want to watch a Child's Play movie? No one. But there's not going to be anything to replace that. We're not filling in the gaps with anything decent, with anything good. I mean, there are some good films. Don't get me wrong. There are some good films, but are they as iconic? Can you say, oh my God, I really, really enjoyed The Tethered more than I love Child's Play? Like, I did like The Tethered, but actually, I didn't. It was okay. But Child's Play, that's like a figure. You can see it. You could buy one if you wanted to. You could buy a Chucky doll. You're gonna just walk around in a red suit. I'm sorry to be picking on us because I don't mean to be, but there's imagine any of the other films coming out these days. It's mostly like, what is your emotional attachment to these things? I don't see it. And now this one is just, you don't have that emotional attachment as you did when you were younger, when you first saw the original Child's Play. You don't have the emotional attachment to it now because it's not the same. So who are they trying to appeal to with this? I don't know. Maybe young kids, because I mean, I was at had gone somewhere recently, and we went out for lunch, dinner, lunch. Yeah, we went out for lunch, and we sat down, and right behind us there was these young girls talking with their parents, and they're like, oh, they were talking about a scary movie they had seen, and one of them had mentioned Child's Play, and they're like, oh yeah, that one's scary, and they're like, eh, and the other one was like, I don't want to watch it. So I don't know, like, these kids don't want to watch those. I don't know. It's just getting to that point where it's like, why are we doing this? Because at some point you got to come up with new stuff, more original stuff, better stuff to reflect the times than just pushing out the same old. Anyway, that's it. That's my rant for today. Moving on. Critters. Actually, let's go on to something new. I do want to think about something new. Let's go with, you know what, Critters was fine and dandy, but I'm good with that. You know what's going to happen with that? It's going to probably not be great. There they are. There they are, right there. The Critters. I loved the Critters growing up. I loved them. I thought they were great. Well, the first couple were great. After that, once the one dude turned into whatever, it kind of got weird on me. But the first two I thought were fun. I loved the first one. I loved the second one. Third one, not so much. Fourth one, not so much. Even as a young kid, I was like, you know what? I think this jumped the shark, even though I didn't know what that meant yet. But yeah, this was, I really did enjoy it. So when they were coming out with like a new one, at first I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then that's when I was starting to see everything else. I was like, you know what? Why? Who was asking for another? Who was asking for another Critters film franchise? I mean, seriously, I love the original, love them, but I'm not asking for more. I'm not sitting here thinking to myself, man, I could use some more of that. No, I'm not. I think we should move on to something else, though. Like John Travolta. This is interesting. This is an interesting film. This just we don't know much about this one yet. We don't know much about this particular story, but John Travolta has been seen playing in this role called in the film called The Fanatic, and it looks interesting. It's directed by Fred Durst, which, hey, you know what? I was thinking maybe that this film is supposed to be something of you know, how they feel. Maybe something that happened to them. Maybe it's autobiographical. We don't know. But what is it about? Well, it's about a fanatical fan. It's a fan who really enjoys an actor, and they apparently just do not stop following, contacting, trying to be next to being a fanatical, you know, fan, and oops. And just knocking everything over today. And starts to ruin and destroy the life of the actor or the famous person. I don't know, some famous person. Maybe it's an actor. Anyway, interesting. I'm very interested to see this. You don't normally see. I mean, you do see him in Face Off as a bad guy, but normally he doesn't play villains. So this will be interesting, very interesting. I'm getting that. What was that movie? Crap. 72 hours? No. Having a moment. I don't remember the moment. Too bad. It's that one with Robin Williams where he goes up and 40. Oh no, different one. That 24-hour photo. Yes, that one was interesting. That was cool. I only saw that one once, but that was all I wanted to see it because that was an intense film. Robin Williams being all creepy, and I feel like maybe John Travolta's going to try that. He's going to pull off the old creepy vibe. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at trailers, right? Because I got more. What? Let's see. Oh yes. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. So that'll be interesting. Okay. So, let me bring that one back. So, what happened with Swamp Thing? Anybody? I mean, seriously. What happened with Swamp... Oops, that's Critters. What happened with Swamp Thing? Because suddenly there was like these rumors coming out like, oh, Swamp Thing has been pulled from production. Everything is terrible. The sets... not really, but, everything is... Every burn. Everything done. It's gone. It's over. Forget about it. Don't even think about this movie anymore. You might as well just put it on the trash pile of films because that's what they're doing with it. But then, later on, what happens? Well, Warner Brothers drops this teaser to Swamp Thing. So I haven't seen it, as always. Anything I show on here, I haven't seen. You're getting my first and honest reaction to it. So, yeah. Let's try it. We're going to get... Oh, by the way, yeah. This is one of those ones where I'm going to get flagged. It's going to be like, oh my god, you copyright. Because I showed a Warner Brothers film. Warner Brothers has the most iron fist on their trailers and any of their content. It's insane. Yeah, anyway. Here we go. Prepare to get flagged. An original series. Creature from the Black Lagoon. No. Ooh. Oh, wow, they came right up. They didn't even stop. They're just like, oh, yeah, here it is. You're just going to see him. We're just going to see this guy. All right. We're not even going to wait. Okay. I mean, that's what I got. That's what I got for that one. Okay. Tell me when there's more. I mean, so far, I'm okay. I'm sold. I mean, I would go see it right now, just based on that. But I have no other reason to see. Like, I don't know anything about it aside from Swamp Thing. Okay. Like, is he facing someone? Do you know? Is he going to be fighting the creature from the Black Lagoon? Do you know? Is he going to have to take back his throne because his brother had usurped his power and now he's a swamp thing without a swampy throne? Do you know? Is he like Shrek and he has to go save a princess, then suddenly falls in love with a princess, but she too is a swamp thing? Do you know? Do you know? Comes out in a month and that's all we get. I know, right? It's like, only on DC Universe. What's DC Universe? Maybe you should explain your stuff before just dropping it. Oh my god. Like, okay, this is no joke. Okay, so I don't know if it's the okay. Join DC Universe. Join now. Oh, you gotta go join. Okay, May 31st. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Do they mean next year? Because this looks like a film for next year. Although, again, it's DC Universe. So is that going to be their new streaming thing? Is everyone doing a streaming thing these days? That's that'd be unfortunate. Because that's the thing. All of a sudden, pirates are coming back. Because there's too many streaming services. It used to be like everyone was like, you know what, it's fine. It's got to be to a point where someone just got to give up the reins a little bit, you know, and be like, yo, we all can't do this. Let's come to some kind of agreement. But yeah, okay, that was Swamp Thing. Wow. That was... Oh, I should probably close that. That was... I just get so... Whatever. Oh, these are two... Okay, so the next one... Okay, so the next one... And the other three, I don't know... Well, the other two I don't know anything about. And then this dropped today, so we'll just watch this one. This is not really horror, but it's gory. So I guess we'll just pop it in there. Being greedy. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's all it is. That's all it is. Everyone's just trying to get money, more money, squeezing money. But after a while, it's like, look, the reason piracy and like internet piracy and all that type of stuff happened was because everyone was greedy. And then they came along, and the internet came along, and they just were like, why do I need to buy these when I can start downloading the songs? Someone would upload their CD, and everyone had it, you know? And then everyone started losing money and freaking out. It's like, well, yeah, it's expensive. $10 for a CD? But you know how it goes. Everything changes. These things ebb and flow. It'll be fine. But I guarantee you, they'll start seeing changes, though, because of it. Anyway, all right. So this one, yeah, this is not necessarily horror, but it's gory. So we're going to check it out. I don't know. I mean, I've never really played it. I haven't played the newest ones. Oh, Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat 11. I don't know. Haley wanted to watch it. I'm interested. She liked the game, and we do play the game on Twitch, so hey, why not? So here we go. Mortal Kombat 11. I haven't seen this, as always. Here we go. Blood, gore, of intense violence, strong language.
Is it possible that the past and future are colliding? Only Chronocut has...
Is it possible that as these games get more and more high def, that it just... Like, what is that supposed to be skin? Was that supposed to be lip sync on the other dude? I mean, I'm not a programmer by any stretch of the imagination, but yikes. I mean, whatever, but dang. I mean, I know I grew up with Nintendo 8-bit stuff, so... But that was the thing, even... I felt like the graphics for... This is gonna be a stretch, and I know it, but like the, you know, Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat looked better. You were far away, couldn't get that close. You never really got a great look at their face. It was just kind of like, you know, it was perfect. It was good enough. This is like, I'm getting too much detail because now I don't believe any of it.
I intend to
See, that looks...
restart history.
Everything's too shiny or too reflective, like their materials need work.
Raiden's armies are coming.
If you're not gonna show good cutscenes, just show good fight scenes. That's all you want. I'm terrible at fighting games. Killer Instinct was my favorite. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, that was a good game. I remember this one. What was it? Not Absolute Car. Was it Absolute Car? No. You fought with dinosaurs. That shit killed me. I loved it. I had that one. I don't remember it though. Like, I think. No, it's in with my Sega. In Ohio. Not here. So I don't remember it, but it was cool.
They will fight us
See, there you go. That's good. Just, you know what? Just stick with that. Don't do this. This isn't your thing. Mortal Kombat 11.
We must
See, that's
find
cool.
Kronika's keep and strike it as hard and as fast as we can muster.
We defend Kronika as she rewrites history.
Are we fighting robots now? Not just each other? All right.
Yippee-ki-yay, right?
Oh, that was cool. That was good. That was cool. Ooh. See, that looks good. That I'm cool with. All right. I'd play it. What the heck? Why not? I'd play it. Pre-order get Shao Kahn. Because, you know, Shao Kahn. Whoa, don't start playing again. Let's see here. Oh, I closed the wrong thing. I do that. You know how I am. I don't know what this one is. This one here. This one is called The Perfection. I don't know what is happening. Because stuff happened. Anyway, let's bring that up. Yeah, The Perfection. I don't know anything about this one. It's a Netflix film. That's what I got out of this so far. This whole trailer, I've learned that it's a Netflix film. Yeah. Or a show. Who knows? But let's see.
What is happening to me? I'm burning up. It's gonna be okay. No, it's not. Oh, God, it's not. Listen to me. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with me.
Because you took too much of whatever you took. Hello? Just calm down. It'll be fine. Just ride it out. It'll be fine.
See, I know. That's why we need to get you help. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe it wasn't something you... Oh!
What's happening? I don't know. Oh my God. What is it? I don't know. What the fuck?
Ew.
You know what you have to do.
Of course. Of course. What else would you do? Prepare for one hell of a thrill ride. Everyone's going crazy. Everyone's going crazy.
You know what happens now.
No. I don't know what happens now. I have no idea what that was about. Like, everyone's going crazy. Everyone's going crazy. I don't know. Okay. See that? I don't... What? Like... Huh. Well, I'm interested. I don't know if there's going to be more to it than that, but, I mean, I hope, because... I mean, okay, show me a lot of cool, scary things. If you take a comedy, you put the right music behind it, and you cut together weird crap, you're most likely going to have a horror film sound looking thing. That feels like that's what they just took a bunch of random scenes, put them together, and were like, scary, scary, scary. This is scary because we put a little tremolo with a little violin. All of a sudden, that's what makes it scary. That's a scary movie. Scary. I mean, the only thing that was scary was the bugs in her skin, bugs in her vomit. That was creepy, but not scary. Unless there's some sort of, like... Is it a musician who goes mad? Is it an actress who goes mad? Is everyone going mad? Is it children going mad? Like, who's going mad here? The lady in the literal one who's in going mad, and they're putting therapy on her of some sort. But that, whatever. This one's too artsy fartsy for me. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I just don't know. You know, it's one of those things where it might be great, it might be amazing. I just don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. That would. Okay, cool. Maybe I'm not hating on it yet. I just don't know what this is. I'll wait, because for a trailer that was less than perfection. So yeah, I give that one a C-. All right, what's this one? This one is another one Haley was going to show, but again, she's not feeling well, so I'm going to do it. And so, oh yeah, so Swamp Thing, I give it B-, because I mean, it was a competent teaser, I suppose. It's competent, so yeah, fine. I'm more interested to see it than I was before I watched it, so you know, yeah, I guess that's the point of a trailer, right? So I give that one a B-. It was competent. It got me to be more interested in it, yet not great to the point where like, oh, okay, I want to see more of this. Now it's kind of like, yeah, I'm interested, I just don't care. Anyway, all right, so this one is Young Cannibals. So here we go, Young Cannibals. I don't like it. So far, so good. Burgers. Bad Taste Pictures presents an overblown out film. All right. See that? That is all. I don't know if it's their coloring. They decided that's where they want to go with it, but if the film is blown out, that's fine. Why is everything so blown out?
Listen carefully, because I'm only going to say this once, and I'm sure as shit you're going to want to hear it. There's something in these woods.
I had to tie you up to tell you that. I couldn't just come in like any other creepy old person and be like, look, hey guys, just so you know, there's something out there. Why don't you just say there's a bear out there? You know what? I would believe a bear. If you come up to me and is like, okay, so there's a Wendigo out there. And everyone's like, whoa, what's a Wendigo? Okay, it's like a Native American spirit who was a cannibal who eventually, you know, eats people. It's an evil entity out there. You know, watch the new Pet Cemetery. It's in there. But essentially, yeah, it's an evil cannibalism. That's how it was created by, you know, it was Native American legend. Anyway, if you come to people and tell them that, they'll be like, okay, yeah, that is weird. But you're like, hey guys, I just want you to know that there's a bear, and we've seen some I just definitely saw a bear out there, and there is most certainly some mountain lion activity. I don't think you should stay here. This area is kind of dangerous right now. Now, if you want to, your life in your own hands, but I would seriously probably not want to stay here. I'm getting out. I saw a bear. It was not, no. I think people would be like, oh, really? Maybe we should go then. Because that sounds more logical than Wendigo, vampire, Jub bird, Jabberwocky, whatever, out there. So yeah, moving on.
Monster.
Yeah,
I'm not speaking
convincing.
I mean, there's an actual fucking monster living in these.
See, you're too cool and calm about it. See, you actually seem crazier if you're like, "Is it, man? I'm not fucking kidding. There's a monster in those woods. Monster. You should leave here. Because there's a monster in those woods. A monster, I say. Monster." Then people are just going to look at you and be like, what? Old dude, crazy. old dude crazy. But that's what happens. That's what happens with that. So far, I would be like these kids. It was like, well, you're crazy, man. You're just crazy.
This monster hunts down cannibals and eats them alive. And believe me, it makes a real fucking mess.
Wait, it hunts down cannibals and eats them alive? Did these people start eating their own? Is this like the freaking Donner family of Friends? Like, well, I'm hungry. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Hey, does that name also resemble the flavor? Because I'm getting hungry. Rich. What the hell? I'm a cannibal.
Why the monsters after me?
Because I ate my own friends, and now I'm going to eat you. Because essentially, I'm Pac-Man.
My burgers. It's that for you.
You fed these people burgers just so that they would eat a human being, so that it would be hunting people. That is like Rube Goldberg style villainy right there. I was like, you know what? I could just kill you, but I don't want to get my hands dirty, so I'm gonna kill someone else or find someone else who's already been a little less than alive. Grind them up, make some sausage patties, find some kids, give them some burgers, which, you know, they're what the hell were they thinking? It's like, oh, here comes creepy. Hey guys, wanna try my burgers? I know you don't know me, but I got burgers. What the hell? The logic train left the port a long time ago. Figure that one out. This is so indie. It is. I don't mind indie. It's just, what?
I made them from some hikers.
Rube Goldberg villainy. I made them from some hikers so I could basically feed them to you. So Monster can hunt you. But I was very willing to chop up dead people, or at least people, assuming I killed them. Don't know. What? Okay.
If I feed it, it leaves me alone for a while, so that's what I do. I make cannibals.
You're a wizard, Harry. I make cannibals. What? That's the reveal? I make cannibals. I make paintings. I make art. I make movies. I make sculptures. I make cannibals. Oi. I guarantee it was originally called The Fine Young Cannibals. Guarantee it. I bet you. Original title, The Fine Young Cannibals. And someone was like, that's a little too on the nose. We gotta call. Let's get rid of the fine, call it Young Cannibals, and done. Someone was literally inspired by The Fine Young Cannibals, and they're like, how can we make that a story? How can we make that a story? I know. I'll do that. Wow. All right. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, that's the trailers for today. No, don't play again. Oy. Alright. Oddly, the thing I'm actually the most interested in seeing right now is Swamp Thing. And I really hate that idea. I really don't want... I mean, I'm willing to play Mortal Kombat, but again, I don't want that to be the case. I don't really care about Child's Play. I shouldn't call it Child's Play. The Perfection, you know... I'm willing to see it. It didn't wow me there. That didn't wow me. But you know, I'm more interested in seeing that than some of the other ones. But again, I don't know. Didn't wow me. And then the Young Cannibals. That's one of those ones where you just have a few cocktails beforehand, and you just watch it expecting you don't go into it expecting much, and then I think you'll be fine. So yeah, there we go. Whew, man. What were we going to talk about? We were going to talk about so much stuff, but it's getting close to the end. The hour is nearly up, and that's about our show. Normally Haley would have a few things to add, but she's not feeling well. The only things she'd be adding right now are not good. You know what I'm saying? But no, we don't want that. Not here. But I do want to talk about one last thing. Sorry, I just gotta move it on. Oh, I do want to talk about Subspecies 5. Let's do it. Let's just do it real quick. Subspecies 5! Holy crap. The movie I didn't think anyone wanted, but suddenly, now that they're offering it, I'm kind of like, alright, what do you got? What do you got? Because I liked Subspecies. I did like it. I liked that. Here's the thing. I really enjoyed Subspecies 2. I was a kid growing up, and I would watch. That was one of those things I could watch. Because we had like a weird... we had like HBO or something like that back then. And what was funny was they always pretty much played the same movies over and over and over and over and over again. No, it wasn't that. Somehow we had like a free pay-per-view service. I don't even know how it worked. But that's how... yes, that was it. Somehow we had like a free... really weird free pay-per-view service. So like all the movies that were on pay-per-view, basically, I don't know if we had some weird code or something. Again, piracy. But I don't think that was it. But I don't know how it worked. But anyway, we had like... I could watch pay-per-view movies, which was cool. But after a while, you have seen them all. You know, you've seen them. But for some reason, I kept catching Subspecies 2 on there, and I would keep watching it. And every single time I watched it, I liked it a little bit more. And suddenly I was like, well, now I need to see the rest. I need to see Subspecies 1. And then I found out there was a Subspecies 3 and 4, which I never saw 4, to be fair. But I did see 3 long afterwards. I honestly don't remember, but I liked Subspecies 2 and I liked Subspecies 1. Bloodstone, Subspecies 2. I always remember the commercials being up for the pay-per-view. But like, and now, watch Bloodstone, Subspecies 2. And I was like, alright, well, I'm down, and I'd watch it, and I was like, this was cool. I've rewatched it since, and while that nostalgia part of me is like, yeah, alright, I recognize, not the greatest of films, but I still like it. But Full Moon Entertainment there, they have things like Subspecies, Puppet Master, all those good things. Only seen the first, it was okay. You know, it was okay. That's basically, if you were not young when you saw them and basically got a love for them, I think if you'll watch them as an adult, you'll be like, yeah, that okay is probably the best you can say. But I really did enjoy them, and I still do. So, when I found out that Subspecies 5 was coming out, I was like, huh. Weirdly, I kind of want to see it. I kind of do. So, but here's what's cool. Like, this was neat, and I admit I was like, oh, Subspecies 5. That's neat. Okay, cool. But I was researching into it. Like, I was like looking at the art. I went to the Full Moon website, and they were talking about, you know, basically saying, well, we have, if you like subspecies, then you'll love our what is it called? Hang on, Deadly 10. And yeah, so basically what they said is like, we know many of you full moon freaks are crazy about our 4-movie strong subspecies series, the franchise of a high concept fright films that follows the evil legacy of the rat-fanged vampire Radu and his reign of undead terror. It's been over 20 years since we released Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm, and admirers of the movies have been clamoring for more ever since. And while we can't tell you everything yet, if you are a Subspecies fan, well, let's just say that you should be really excited about the Deadly 10. I was like, well, what's the Deadly 10? What? All right, well, let's find out what this is. So I clicked on it. I went to their link. Realized I hadn't signed up for their newsletter. So I was like, well, let's remedy that. And this sounds actually kind of fascinating. So basically, aside from they're going to have the 10 films, but they're going to be like live produced, and I don't know what that means. Like I honestly don't know what that means, what that entails, and how, because they're saying their movies are going to be like produced in front of people's eyes, and I am actually really curious about more of this. So of course I signed up for their letters, and I want to know more about this. So Full Moon Entertainment, if you're watching, please, 52weeksofhorror.com. Actually, and then yeah, go to the contact us. I want to know more. I want to find out more. I'll probably actually I'll put my name in there, or I already put my name in your newsletter, so you know what, it's all good. But yeah, I would love to know more about this. I am curious as hell as to what's going on here. You know what? You never know. Maybe this will be the new film, the new form of filmmaking. I don't know. Produced right in front of your eyes. What does that mean? Is it like a play? I don't know. But that would be interesting. Theater on film. How bizarre. Interesting. Could it be done? Maybe. Don't know. So yeah, Deadly 10, Subspecies 5. I'm sold. You know, Full Moon Entertainment, you always surprise me. Just when I think, I don't know. I've seen Puppet Master. I've seen Subspecies. What was that? What, Trancers? Yeah. But then they pull something like this. I'm just like, you draw me back. You draw me back. Fine. I'm coming back willingly, lovingly. Just let me know. But yeah, there it is, Subspecies 5. But here's what's in. Oh, there it is. I ruined I jumped my own headline. Look at that. The Howling Village. This is interesting. So let me get down to my notes here. Yeah, there we are. So Tamashaki, because I had Tamakashi. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm going to butcher this name. So right off the bat, I apologize. Tamakashi Shimizu. He was a director of, pretty sure, yeah, director of The Grudge, is creating a new chilling movie based upon real life events that happened in Japan. Now, The Howling Village, this was interesting because I heard about this and I was like, well, what's this? So the story centers around a village that kind of sits at the end of a tunnel, and apparently this tunnel, anyone who's gone down it never comes back alive. Like they dead. I guess I don't know if they come back at all, but they're not alive if they do. And it didn't say anything. It just says no one comes back alive. So interesting. Okay, so there's a village there, and then so I guess they build a dam over it to kind of erase what happened in this town or this village in this tunnel, and then in an effort to kind of to get rid of this whole terrible story and history. And then the film apparently centers on the people who went and explored and why it's called the Howling Village, and it has basically a tentative release date in January of 2020. It's been picked up by the Toei Company. That's T-O-I? Toy? Something like that. But it looks really interesting. I'm very interested in seeing more about this film. So let me know if you know anything. yeah, let me know. So anyway, I think that's gonna about wrap it up for tonight. But what's your thoughts? Did you have any favorite trailers? Let me know. Talk to me in the Discord. Did you see something that you liked that I didn't? Did you see something that you're like, Jeff, you are totally wrong? Let me know. You can tell me all my opinions are wrong. I don't care. Let me know yours. That's what it's about. Let me know here. Comments. Is there comments? Discord. You know where to go. And if you don't, you can go to Twitter. Bad movie month, January. Yeah, usually February is pretty much a better. But I think because it's going to probably be released in Japan first, and then if it does well there, it might come over here. But we'll see what happens. I have a feeling that if we get to see it here in the United States, it's not going to be like a major wide release. It's going to be on like Shudder or like Amazon Prime or even Netflix, something like that. I don't think it's going to actually have a wide release here in the U.S. So I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because that sounds cool, but sorry, excuse me. But I hope that's not the case. But I have a feeling it will be. So in that case, I'm sure it's not going to cost. Honestly, it sounds more like a documentary than a film, but I could be wrong. Just by the way the press release read, and because it's like, oh yeah, this is a film about, people that went and explored and why it's called A Howling Village. It's like, okay, sounds like a documentary to me, but I could be really wrong. It just, you know how it goes. There's not a whole lot about some of these things, and I just try to see what I can find when I can find them. So yeah, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments if you liked any of the trailers that I didn't, or you thought I should have liked them better, or I liked the trailer that you hated. Let me know. So yeah, but you can let me know anywhere you want, which is why you can go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. This is not the part I normally do. Go to 52weeksofhorror@gmail.com. You can go to the website, 52weeksofhorror.com, contact us, and guess where it takes you? 52weeksofhorror@gmail.com. And you can let me know there. So, until then, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been fun. It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. No podcast, or no show tomorrow. I've just got actually so much editing to do, so I'm not gonna honestly have time. So that's essentially that's long and short of it. I don't even know if Haley's going to feel well. It was one of those things where I thought maybe she might be able to do it, but I don't even know because no, she done. So yeah, and I have way too much editing to get done. So unfortunately, I won't be able to stream tomorrow night, but I'll be back on Monday. And until then, as always, you know what I'm saying. Don't forget to keep making that scary.